championship. Many years it was at Williams Arena, and for the last 17 or so, it has moved over to this beautiful edifice, the St. Paul Civic Center in downtown St. Paul. I'm Jim Gilliland along with Doug McLeod. We're ready for another exciting state tournament AA action here today at the Civic Center, Class A at Williams Arena. And Doug, I'm really looking forward to it.
I'll tell you, we have a tremendous state tournament lineup, and it's loud in here already. The AA bracket this year is absolutely loaded. We're going to start off with a sensational game, but really all the way through some outstanding teams with a lot of power.
Owatonna against Eden Prairie, and a lot of people think, myself included, that the winner of this game is the favorite to go to the finals, and that's followed by Stillwater and Hibbing.
Well, I'm with you because this game is a terrific matchup. Both these teams have a lot of power. They both have a very solid inside game. They can both pot them from long distance. They both have talented big men, and they both have some speed. And
just 3 losses between them. Then the Stillwater-Hibbing clash as we move to the evening. Armstrong, who was here last year, finished as the runner-up, will take on Minneapolis South, a very quick ball club, and one that can give any team problems, and that'll be followed by St. Paul Central and Rocori. But it's interesting, we do not have an undefeated team, and that's led many people to think that it's anybody's tournament.
That's right. There is one left, and that's in the Class A bracket. Everybody else has had at least one and a couple or 3 victories, including Cold Spring, the defending champion, which has had several. It's a wide open field.
Okay, now 2 of the key players in this opener, Owatonna and Eden Prairie, are 2 candidates for Mr. Basketball. They're in the final 18, and they're very good ball players. Greg Kesty on your left of Eden Prairie, Matt Holland from Owatonna on the right.
Greg Kesty at 6'7", averages nearly 19 points a game. He's a key to their inside game, but he's a very versatile basketball player as well. Matt Holland, a 3-year starter. Their captain has been a tremendous ball player for him, an excellent 2-way player. They really key the offenses of those 2 teams.
Okay, they've got a lot of complementary players as well. We're looking forward to a great game. Class A action at Williams Arena. Let's go over there now, and Perry Williams.
All right, Perry, we're just about set to kick it off in the Class AA quarterfinal opener between the Owatonna Indians and the Eden Prairie Eagles, and we'll be right back for the 1989 Minnesota High School Boys Basketball Tournament. Welcome back to the St. Paul Civic Center along with Jim Gilliland, Doug McLeod. Let's meet the Eden Prairie Eagles and the Owatonna Indians now. And here's Civic Center public address announcer Dick Stanford with the starters and the rosters.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are your lineups for this afternoon's first quarterfinal game. It matches the champions from Region 1AA, the Owatonna Indians, and the champions from Region 2AA, the Eden Prairie Eagles. To get underway this afternoon, let's first meet the Owatonna cheerleaders. First, Dina Maher, Maria Davidson, Jenny Efforts, Cindy Tupi, Julie Honeycutt, Monica Davidson, Crystal Kufal. And now the Eden Prairie cheerleaders, Nicole Philippon, Emily Junk, Heather Wise, Jenny Glood, and Leslie Henriksen. And now let's meet the Owatonna reserves. First, 5'8" senior guard, number 10, Dan Olson. 5'8" junior guard, number 12, Scott Armstrong. 5'10" junior guard, number 14, Corey Erkey. 6' senior guard, number 22, Mike Ebert. 6'5" junior forward, number 24, Jason Westra. 5'10" junior guard, number 34, Mike Tashney. 6'2" junior forward, number 40, Thad Johnson. 6'1" junior forward, number 42, Kyle Paulson. 6'3" senior forward, number 44, Charlie Hackerson. 6'7" junior center, number 50, Mike Broy. And now let's meet the Eden Prairie reserves. First, 6' junior guard, number 10, Jim Farm. 6' junior guard, number 11, T.L. Wirtz. 6-foot junior guard number 20, John Farm. 6-foot junior forward number 22, Eric Wanstrom. 6-foot junior guard number 24, Paul Vesquez. 6-foot 3-inch senior center number 33, Frederick Hiller. 6-foot 1-inch senior forward number 42, Brett Struey. 6-foot 3-inch junior forward number 44, Dennis Blagden. And 6-foot 3-inch senior forward number 50, Carl Fitzsimmons. And now introduced alternately, here are your starting lineups for Owatonna. At forward, 6-foot 5-inch senior number 30, Matt Holland. At forward for Eden Prairie, 6-foot 4-inch senior number 40, Brent Rubley. At forward for the Indians, 6-foot 5-inch senior number 54, Mike Nill. At forward for the Eagles, 6-foot 7-inch junior number 52, Kyle Kenyon. At center for Owatonna, 6-foot 8-inch junior number 52, Chad Colander. At center for Eden Prairie, 6-foot 7-inch senior number 54, Craig Kiske. At guard for the Indians, 6-foot sophomore number 20, Mark Randall. At guard for the Eagles, 6-foot 1-inch senior number 14, Steve Abramson. At guard for Owatonna, 6-foot 2-inch senior number 32, Mike Iserman. At guard for Eden Prairie, 6-foot senior number 32, Bill Forbrook. The head coach at Owatonna in his 4th year with the Indians, Len Olson. The head coach of the Eagles in his 10th year as head coach, Keith Erickson. Your officials for this quarterfinal game, Tony Bartovich and Gary Chesner. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand and honor America as the Owatonna High School Band, under the direction of Jim Thylene, leads us in the singing of our national anthem.
It's the Owatonna Indians and the Eden Prairie Eagles as we get set for the 1989 tournament kickoff. And for Owatonna, it has been a long, long haul. In fact, 1924 was the last time the Indians were here. There's a shot of that squad in 1924. In its first and so far only state tournament appearance. They won the quarterfinal, lost the semi in the single-class tournament of those days. So that's what the squad looked like back then. This is not the only team that hasn't been here for a while either. Power-packed lineups for both of these squads. Very good in the middle, but good outside men as well.
Of course, Eden Prairie hasn't been here either, but the school is relatively new.
Right.
So just that one experience, it's got to be thrilling for both communities to come to this place and kick off the AA format.
And the opening tip-off is won by the Owatonna Indians, taken by Chad Colander. And the Indians come back. Mark Randall on the right side for Mike Iserman, number 32. Here's Randall up top to the corner for Mike Mill.
Eden Prairie will play one of the best zones that you'll see. Well, obviously by the fact that they're here, but they are very stingy inside. Colander and Holland will have their work cut out for them, trying to get something against this zone.
They use Mill as a forward. They'll use him on the post as well. Iserman on the right side for Mill. The Owatonna Indians in a bounce pass, broke it up. Don't see him too often. That's one of the reasons.
They get in those passing lanes very well. Iserman's going to have a big game. He's the third leading scorer. He's a guard, and you've got to crack this zone from the perimeter.
Eden Prairie is Brent Rubling from the corner and off, and it'll go to Owatonna. We mentioned Eden Prairie's first trip to the state tournament. The Eagles have both the lowest scoring offense and the stingiest defense of any team in the AA field. They average 56 points a game offensively. They give up only about 48 a game. That's their average through the season. Several, of course, have been left. Owatonna's Mike Mill in the corner. Iserman, top of the circle, watched by Forbrook. On the right side for Matt Holland. In front, Iserman off the rim. Brent Rubling hauls it down, the 6'4" senior. And Steve Agramson, the 6-foot senior guard, starts the Eden Prairie Eagles deliberately back down court.
Watch number 32 on the outside. Bill Forbrook, fine left-hand shooting guard. He penetrates, and he's the leader in the backcourt.
Kesty slips it in for Kenyon for the high post and out. Colander with a rebound, and Randall will bring him down.
Colander in the region finals against Mayo had an unbelievable game. 20 points, 21 rebounds, 10 block shots. Now that's a career for a lot of players. And Chad Colander is an 11th grader.
Boy, and it's nice to look at the future, too, when you have a senior-dominated bunch sometimes.
Talk about scouts. You might see some twin scouts here, too. He's a hard-throwing right-handed pitcher. He stands 6'8". I bet he can really bring it.
A lot of baseball players involved in these two ball clubs. Steve Agramson to the corner. A couple of minutes gone in the first quarter. So far, nothing in the net. The Owatonna Indians at 21-1, the Region 1 AA champions. The point guard, Mark Randall, in his first year on the varsity, brings it down for Iserman. Here's Mill.
Eden Prairie doesn't mind playing it this way. As you say, they've been in a lot of low-scoring games, lowest scoring offense and lowest yielding defense in the field.
Their 3-2 zone is the key to their defense, and they can really shut out opposing teams that try to open it up. High for Mark Randall. On the left side, Iserman. Owatonna with the ball, still no score in the game. Holland up high for Randall. Now they shut off the lane. There's nothing there. Randall down the left side to Iserman. 2-year starter, all Big 9 player. Randall from three-point range, but no.
Coach Olson has said Randall, a sophomore, since he's come to the attack, has really solidified things. He's been a welcome addition and good balance in the backcourt for Iserman.
The Eden Prairie Eagles, Greg Kesty, trying to drive on Mill. Baseline, wheels and deals and off. Tip, yes.
Kyle Kenyon, and any points he can get tipping is a plus. You saw Kesty's move there. He's great, subtle in the lane. He'll give head fakes. He'll get people off bounce. He's not very smooth, but he's very, very effective.
That was the first bucket of the game, and it came over 3 minutes into the first quarter. Driving in traffic now, and the foul coming in. As Mark Randall tried to open something up. The foul will be on Brent Rubling, the senior forward. Glenn Olson and the Owatonna Indians bench.
That's what it takes, is some penetration on that zone, because they're tough at it. When you do get a seam, Owatonna's going to have to slip in there, get some foul calls, open some things up.
From the right side, yes, for 3 points from Iserman, Mike Iserman.
Number 32, Mike Iserman, for 3.
And it's 3-2.
As you can well imagine, the town of Owatonna is here in great support, and they exploded on that three-point bomb.
Kesty couldn't get one off balance, and Mike Iserman will slow the pace a little bit. The Owatonna Indians bring it down. Starting front five has 4 men, 6'2" or better. The other one's a puny 6 feet. They got the height inside. They go into Colander. No, here's Holland in a crowd off the rim. And foul.
Saw a nice pass there for a man 6'8". Colander turned, didn't have what he wanted, and a little drop bounce pass. flip behind the defender.
Fouls on Migos, number 32, Bill Forbrick. First personal, second
Take a look at the only basket for Owatonna. That's Iserman's three-pointer from deep on the right wing.
On the free throw line, Matt Holland. No.
He's a great athlete. Holland, a three-sport star: football, basketball, and tennis.
Matt Holland missed the first one. Yep, got that one. 4-2. And there's a break in the action with 3:57 to go in the first quarter. It's a 4-2 ball game, and we'll be right back. .357 to go in the first quarter of the AA quarterfinal opener at the St. Paul Civic Center, along with Jim Gilliland, Doug McLeod. It is 4-2. The Owatonna Indians lead the Eden Prairie Eagles. It was over 3 minutes in this quarter before either team got a bucket. Both teams concentrating on a conservative game in the early going, keeping the defense sharp. And the Eagles bring it down. This is Kyle Kenyon. Kesty to the corner now for Agramson. Forbrook for Eden Prairie into traffic, and block coming in. And the rebound hauled off by Chad Polander of Owatonna.
That's the first time he called Forbrook's name, really. He's more instrumental to their offense than that, and he'll have to get involved as we go on here. And I'm sure Owatonna, aware of that, is giving him special attention.
Kesty and Forbrook are the two they go to in their clutch situations, which has not arisen yet, of course. Here's Iserman. Holland. Iserman, not Iserman, by the way. Red Wings fans will just have to wait. Mark Randall up high for the Owatonna Indians, who've waited a long, long time to get back in this one. They won the Big Nine Conference this year. Iserman down in the corner for Mill. Up for Randall. Flips it out. Hollander, right side. Iserman got it in and on. For the rebound, it was pulled out of the crowd by Bill Forbrook. Here come the Eden Prairie Eagles.
Polander got just a little lazy there. He had the ball. Did not see Forbrook coming.
Great move to the basket by Greg Kesty, and the foul coming in.
Take a look again at the play on the offensive end for Owatonna.
Mark Randall, first personal, first team foul on Owatonna. At the line,
Well,
54, Greg Kesty.
good-looking ball movement there.
Yeah, they
Eventually they
moved the ball
shot the ball, got the rebound, but Forbrook heads up, got the steal ahead to Kesty. And here we are at the foul line.
The foul was on Mark Randall of Owatonna. Greg Kesty gets the first, and we'll have another one. First team foul on Owatonna. 2 so far on Eden Prairie. Greg Kesty, who averages over 18, almost 19 a game, nails a couple there. So Len Olson's Owatonna Indians now find themselves tied, and they bring the ball down. Randall against 2, out for Iserman. Here is Mike Mill. Randall, Iserman. Underneath for Colander. Yeah, got it
I
in.
like that move, too,
Yes,
for a man
sir.
6'8". A nice catch to begin with, and then a very gentle left hand as he eased it up over the rim.
Nice touch for a big guy underneath. 6'4" Owatonna. Here's Eden Prairie with the ball. Kesty for Rubling. High for Steve Agramson, a 6-foot senior point guard. Rubling. Deep left baseline. Kenyon in traffic, out for Agramson. Up high they go. Forbrook. Shut off there. Left side lead for Agramson. In and out. Would have been a two-pointer had it gone in, and Randall hauls off the rebound for Owatonna. 6-4. The Owatonna Indians lead by 2 with 1:41 to go in the first quarter. Later on, we'll go over to Williams Arena for the opening Class A quarterfinal tilt of the afternoon between the Pipestone Arrows and Warren, as traveling is called on Owatonna. Take a look at Mark Randall, their point guard. His first varsity year is only a sophomore. What a thrill. Not only be starting, but helping bring your team into state. 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore Randall in the starting 5 for Owatonna. 4 seniors and a junior for Eden Prairie. From the right side, Agramson couldn't get it. Off comes Mike Iserman of Owatonna. Iserman all the way over Agramson and in.
I just kept backing him in there. Agramson would not come out and stop the ball. Finally, it got close enough to where Iserman could just ease it up over the rim. Owatonna by 4. Owatonna in a very good-looking man-to-man. It's a little tougher, I think, to hold a team to 4 points in a quarter playing man-to-man because they move better. And sometimes in a zone, you'll see cold shooting contribute to a low-scoring quarter.
Traveling on Eden Prairie stops the clock with 53 seconds to go. In the first quarter, there's a break in the action with a score. The Owatonna Indians 8 and the Eden Prairie Eagles 4. There's one of the Owatonna Indian fans all painted up and ready to rock and roll with 53 seconds left in the first quarter. The Indians lead the Eden Prairie Eagles by a score of 8-4. And Owatonna will bring it down. This is Mark Randall. Mike Iserman. Hill in the corner. Big 9 honorable mention on the all-conference team this year. Picked out of the air by Brent Roebling. Roebling, rather, of Eden Prairie. Bill Forbrook brings the Eden Prairie Eagles back down for Agrimson. Roebling on the right side. Both teams playing very deliberate ball here in the early going, staying with their game plan. Agrimson and Roebling with a look to the clock as 12 seconds remains in the first quarter of play. Forbrook pops it up. Agrimson flying underneath and a foul as he collided with Colander.
Eden Prairie trying to surprise a little bit, bringing Agrimson around. Perhaps the other team might be looking for a Kenyon or Kessie or Forbrook, one of their big scorers, to break down on that play. I think Colander would have been better off just letting Agrimson get that ball and look up at his 7 inches height advantage.
2 team fouls this side. The rebound comes off from Matt Holland of Owatonna as time runs out in the first quarter, and that bomber fell short. 1 quarter in the book for the Class AA quarterfinal opener at the St. Paul Civic Center. It's the Owatonna Indians 8 and the Eden Prairie Eagles 4.
Kansas State 2 straight steals.
It is 8-4 Owatonna. As you look at some more of the Owatonna fans who made the trip up here for the first time since 1924 to be in this tournament game today. Opening minute of the second quarter from the St. Paul Civic Center. The Eden Prairie Eagles, Greg Kessie pops one. Oh, and it didn't go in.
Kessie not getting his shots down low. They decided to pop him out. He's a good shooter from a 15-foot distance range and get him a shot there, but it didn't fall. And Owatonna's defense continues to be remarkable. You know, sometimes people think, basketball's not getting any better because the scores aren't what they once were, but defense is coached so well now at all levels. You just don't get easy buckets, and people don't concede shots the way they did, say, 15 years ago.
Mike Nill hands a couple for the Owatonna Indians. Now it's 10-4. Owatonna has scored 6 straight points, including the last moments of the first quarter. Eden Prairie's Agrimson with the ball. Will be over to Williams Arena for the Class A quarterfinal opener in just a little bit. Eden Prairie's Brent Roebling now to the left side for Agrimson. Deep on the right side. Kessie got it, and a foul. Bucket counts and a chance for 3.
A big basket, not only because it's a 3-point opportunity, but Colander, the guy who's making it tough for Eden Prairie in the middle, gets his second foul.
The basket is good, but number 54, Greg
Here we see Kessie working, and he'll fake men off their feet time and time again.
Personal 13 foul on Owatonna. Greg Kessie at the line and pushes 1.
Now they give it 1 foul on Colander. I thought it wasn't on Colander, it was on Nill.
Kessie gets 3 points out of that one with the bucket and the free throw. Pulls the Eden Prairie Eagles to 3. It is 10-7 Owatonna, 6:45 to go in the first half at the St. Paul Civic Center. Owatonna with the basketball. Randall shoveled it out. Iserman in the middle. Colander. Deep baseline right. Didn't get it. But Randall charges in. And a foul coming up the lane. Mark Randall, when in doubt, go to the bucket. Fouled before he got it off. The foul is on Kyle Kenyon. Let's take a look at the contact coming in. This will not work from the deep baseline for Colander. But look at Randall, number 20. Opportunity. Was fouled before he went up for the shot. Team fouls even at 3-3 again. Mark Randall for Owatonna with the ball. Nil. Agrimson is on him. Randall there on the left side. Randall to the post. Got it. Mark Randall. His first point for the ball game. And a 5-point lead again for Owatonna. A volleyball slap at it by Matt Holland. Broke it up. Long ranger for Brook, but no.
Brook has yet to get off. They've got to get him warmed up because that's part of why they've got just 7 points through 10 minutes of play.
Opening day of the '89 Boys State Basketball Tournament here on Receptive Channel 9, your state tournament station and your Minnesota North Star station. Left corner, Owatonna. Holland got it for 2.
Well, you might also have looked at Matt Holland and say he hasn't got to a good start. Now Eden Prairie's going to take a timeout and talk about it, down 7 points.
Keith Erickson wanted to have a talk about this one with 5:34 to go in the first half. Owatonna 14, Eden Prairie 7.
Final score.
Opening day action in the Boys State Basketball Tournament. There's your score at the AA quarterfinal here at the Civic Center.
All right, all you channel changers, you can leave it on 9 the rest of the day because the college game is over. The Gophers, an upset winner over Kansas State, a final score 86-75 for Minnesota.
Gotta love it. Gophers win. Right here, it's 14-7 Owatonna. Let's go to Williams Arena now, where Perry Williams is standing by for our Class A tournament opening game. Perry?
Civic Center. Let's go back over there, and Doug and Jim calling all the action.
Owatonna has outscored Eden Prairie 9-2 in the third quarter already, as a pair of free throws are missed by Mike Mill. Eden Prairie did not score a point in this half until 3:28 left in the third quarter, when Agrimson got a field goal. Now 2:09 left in the third. It is 31-15. Owatonna, and Jim, not an exaggeration to say that the Indians have absolutely controlled both ends of the court here and have really got Eden Prairie on the rack.
And you know, you try to watch the game to see whether Eden Prairie is way off their game or whether Owatonna is just playing that well. And from what I've seen, I just think Owatonna has done the job. A stingy man-to-man defense. They've pressured them all over the floor. That's one of the few shots they've even conceded letting the other team take. But Jim Farm comes off the bench to nail a three-pointer. But Owatonna works well on offense. They've been very patient against the zone, and they've just controlled, particularly Colander, underneath a very impressive 6'8 junior, number 52 in gray.
It was 22-13 Owatonna at the half. Here's a three-pointer, and in she goes for Mike Iserman of Owatonna. And the Indians lead 34-18. Now 1:15 to go in the third quarter. Class AA quarterfinal, and a steal by Owatonna's Mark Randall. In the win.
What a play for a sophomore. Randall picks it up and goes to the basket a la Melvin Newbern, the same number 20. And they've doubled it up on Eden Prairie now. Nobody expected this. This was thought to be perhaps the most even matchup on the board in the first round, size-wise and just everything you look for between two teams. They seem to be pretty even, but it's been all Owatonna.
Forbrook off the rim, but no. Here's Kyle Kenyon. 7 points and 2 rebounds for Greg Kesty. Led the way in the first half for Eden Prairie. Chad Colander had 8 points and 8 rebounds to lead the way for Owatonna. Into the lineup now for Eden Prairie. Kesty is back.
Mike Mill, we should single him out. He's been the man watching Kesty for most of the day, number 54, and played him extremely tough. Kesty and Forbrook well below their averages.
Here's Kesty in the lane, but no, the rebound.
Give Colander another block there. He partially deflected that one. He's got to have 5 at least.
He's an all Big 9 conference player for the Indians. Chad Colander, that is he with the ball. Stolen away from Holland. Back comes Steve Agrimson. Eden Prairie up and in. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Iserman's contributed well, too. He's got 3 three-pointers, just seems to time it well. Oh, that one looked like it was on target.
Iserman was very close, but no cigar. That is the end of the third quarter. And the score from the opening AA quarterfinal game at the Civic Center is Owatonna 36 and Eden Prairie 20. We'll be right back. After losing its first game of the season to Austin, Owatonna has won 21 straight games coming into the state high school basketball tournament. And the Owatonna Indians lead 36-20 with 7:51 to go as we just begin the fourth quarter. The ball alive to Forbrook in the corner, and he was blocked.
Well, Colander, you can see, we read what he did in the region championship game. 21 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 blocked shots. And now you can see why. Very quick off his feet. Looked like a clear path to the basket and an easy layup, and Colander knocks it away.
Trailing now by 16, the Eden Prairie Eagles need to nail a few here and get a string going, which they've not really had in the game. They haven't scored more than 3 straight points, and that was in the first half in the game so far. Owatonna's Mark Randall, the sophomore, we talked a lot about. Randall, Holland, Iserman, Colander, and Mill doing the job for the Owatonna Indians, who've not had to go much to the bench here. They can and do. When they go to the bench, they'll bring off Scott Armstrong, a junior guard, Mike Bright, a junior center.
It's tough for Eden Prairie now because they like to play zone. That's been their best defense all year. They're coming out and trying to trap now, and we'll see if they can get back in the game with that tactic.
Randall, baseline left, Mill off the glass, and Jim Farr, number 10, hauled it off.
Penny made a nice defensive play to get in Mill's way, prevent the easy one.
Eden Prairie with the ball, Brent Rubling. And it'll stay in the Eden Prairie Eagles possession with 6:56 left to go. 36-20 Owatonna. And Brent Rubling, the senior forward, to put it in. Comes up high to Kesty. Warbrook, double pump. Up in there, Kesty rebound, floats it in. Greg Kesty, 9 points on the day. But he averages almost 19. There's part of the story. They have keyed on him. Holland is double teamed, forced outside to Colander. 6.5 to go, at least in the fourth quarter.
Colander moves the ball very well, too.
Holland open underneath, rolled off the rim, fouled underneath.
And you can see Colander right there again when Holland missed that shot. Nice look inside here. Iserman with the sweet bounce pass. Holland takes it right up. And he gets bumped on the way.
Personal second team foul on Eden Prairie.
Holland will shoot 2.
Matt Holland at the line for Owatonna.
Second team foul on Eden Prairie. And 2 apparently also on Owatonna. Matt Holland will have another. He's 3 for 7 in the game so far, and nails that one. 6:25 to go, 37-22 Owatonna. Eden Prairie, Steve Agramson for Rublin. Fingertips to Kyle Kenyon, long range, yes, for Agramson for 3 points.
Well, Jim Farm hit one, Agramson hit one. Warbrook has to warm up for Eden Prairie to have a chance from that long distance range.
Left side, Owatonna's Iserman in and out. And Eden Prairie's Phil Corbrook brings him down. Left side, Kesty. Nope. Underneath, the rebound goes to Mike Iserman. And here's Mark Randall for the Owatonna Indians. 5:36 to go. Fourth quarter action in the AA quarterfinal opener at the Civic Center, along with Jim Gilliland, Doug McLeod. Balled out of the air by Greg Kesty. Here comes Agramson.
Nice run for Eden Prairie here. They've got it down to 10. Lynn Olsen wants a timeout for Owatonna, and they get it.
Eden Prairie now has scored 5 of the last 7 points rather, and with 5:21 to go, it is Owatonna 37, Eden Prairie 27.
Eden Prairie with a nice little run here. They've gotten a couple of 3-point shots by Agramson, and he also made a basket off a steal by Kesty, and it's a 10-point game with a little over 5 minutes to play. Owatonna in the lead.
Owatonna with the ball. Matt Holland underneath. Nothing there. Rebound try. Got it.
Basket number 52, Chad Colander.
Well, I would be looking for that big 52 if I was wearing a gray uniform, because he has done everything well.
Olander got the bucket. He has 14 on the day. Eden Prairie's Bill Corbrook sends it to the climb. Corbrook, they've needed some point production from him. That's only 6 on the day so far. He averages just over 15. The pressure basketball played now, men at the half court, and the foul is on Greg Kesty of Eden Prairie.
Well, the boos that you hear from the Eden Prairie rooting section, they wanted Randall called for a travel as he crossed the timeline and ran into that trap. And as the breaks of the game, they did not get the call. They got a foul, instead passing for the Indians.
Well, the Indians trade into the backcourt. Colander. In over the timeline, double, triple team. Holland baseline, left through the hands of Mark Randall. And a big turnover here will give Eden Prairie a chance to knock on it some more, trailing by 10 with 4:29 to go.
We've seen Owatonna get flustered a little bit by the pressure. They've thrown the ball away a couple of times now.
Bill Forbrook. Cross court for Agramson. Kesty is there in the lane. Agramson outside. Forbrook from 3, but no, the rebound to Matt Holland, who's been outstanding on the defensive boards.
Mark Randall's been the other key defender for Owatonna. He's held Forbrook in check through the day.
Underneath to Mike Mill, had trouble with possession, never did really get it up, and here comes Greg Kesty. Kesty, outlet, Agramson, 3-point, off. Rebound to Chad Colander. I'm not sure that would have been 3 points. He was right on the line. Mark Randall.
That was a sophomore mistake there. You do not dribble through that trap. He should have stopped, pass it off, but he's a 10th grader, and he's played very well. One of the few mistakes he's made. Watch here. He sees a little crease. He does pick up the foul, so I guess if it works out well, that's fine. But there's 2 players there, and you're not going to get through there.
Foul is on Kesty, and he's playing with 4 now. Mill underneath, got it for Owatonna.
Randall atones for the mistake with a great pass to Mill behind the defense. Banks it in easily.
41-29, the Owatonna Indians lead. Here's Brent Rubling on the right side for Eden Prairie. Forbrook, top of the circle, Agramson, 3 points, missed it. And it'll go to Owatonna.
They're going to take a timeout for Eden Prairie. Agramson's been the hot man, and he's come up short on the last 2, so they've got to try a new tactic.
There's a timeout on the floor with 3:13 to go in the 4th quarter. It is Owatonna 41, Eden Prairie 29. Fans, remember, following our game here, it'll be our player of the game. Immediately following, we'll pick one for you. You'll get a close-up look at him, brought to you by the Minnesota Dairy Promotion Council, American Dairy Association. Here on Receptive Channel 9, your state basketball tournament, and Minnesota North Star Station. Here we go. 3:08 to go in the 4th quarter. Do or die for the Eden Prairie Eagles, who trail now by 12, 41-29, and will get the ball.
Iserman was the last one to touch that. The pass tried to filter through, went off Red, then off Gray, and Eden Prairie controls. At the half in our Class A game, we wanted to bring you the finish of all games as Forbrook brings them back to within 10. Pipestone down 4 at the quarter, is now up 4 at the half. At the half, it's Pipestone 29 and Warren 25.
8 points for Bill Forbrook. 2:36 to go. Another turnover that will give the ball back to Eden Prairie late in the game. And if the Eagles can pull it out of the bag here, now's the time to reach in and find what it takes. Watch this traveling.
You got to admire Randall's courage here. He tries to get through that lane again and galloped a little bit, and then we'll go back to Red.
Steve Agramson, the bounce pass to Forbrook. Long cross quarter. Kenyon Agramson, left corner, Rubling. Lets it go for 3, but nothing there. And Mark Randall comes off with a rebound and is fouled coming out.
Eden Prairie trying to get that ball back. A little sense of desperation there. I thought with 2.5 to go, it's not really the time to throw it around the perimeter and think strictly 3. It's more important to score quickly with a good shot. Take your chances with the pressure, I think, because Owatonna has popped it up 3 times here that I can remember in the 4th quarter against that trapping defense.
1-on-1 for Randall, and he'll get the bonus. Foul is on Bill Forbrook. The Owatonna bench, head coach Lynn Olson.
That's going to make it tough, of course. If Owatonna makes their free throws, this game is theirs.
12-point lead for the Owatonna Indians. Eden Prairie's Brent Rubling in the corner. A pump by Forbrook. Off the top, and the rebound to Mike Iserman. Was nearly fouled coming out. Now they'll lose it.
Iserman shakes his head. Len Olson says, let's be a little more patient. He cleared himself and then flicked it over for Holland, thinking he was on the wing and went right out of bounds. Eden Prairie with another chance as we cross the 2-minute mark.
It's got to be a thinking man's game at this point. Corbrook traveled as he got the shot away. Corbrook can make it happen, though. He is one of their key players. You see him, number 32. He scored 4 points in the final 2 seconds of their game against St. Louis Park earlier. They won it 56-53. He got 4 points in 2 seconds from the field. That you're not going to see too often. They were trailing with 6 seconds left. He got a double pump 10-footer, as you see. He was fouled. He was supposed to miss the free throw. Instead, he hit the rim. It came back to him, and he pumped it in at the horn.
Well, I have to say right now, Eden Prairie not getting the breaks. A nice trap there. They had Randall stymied. He just desperately threw the ball up. Could have been a steal, but the referee called a foul. And it'll be a 1-on-1 again for Randall.
Interesting free throw stance. You can't see his feet there, but it's not straight away. Back down comes Eden Prairie. Steve Agramson. Dribbling. And a 5. The foul they called as Kesty tried to turn in, and Mike Mill reached in.
And you know what? Just 3 team fouls on Owatonna this half. They played it very cleanly, very smart. And Eden Prairie just gets a pass in. They need to keep that clock stopped. They could use some free throws, but of course they will not get them for another 2 fouls unless they shoot or get fouled in the act of shooting.
That's Jim Farm, a 6-foot junior guard who's been in and out, coming back in. He'll spell Brent Rubling of Eden Prairie.
Probably a better long-distance shooter.
Corbrook in a crowd, dumps it away. Farm fires, but no. And a foul underneath.
Kesty fouled Colander, and it will be a 1-on-1 for the big junior.
So Len Olson is looking at a semifinal shot here with 1:28 to go. Keith Erickson is looking at long end of the scoreboard. There's the foul underneath.
There's the foul. Yep. Corbrook's going to get the foul.
Bill Corbrook
reaching around, trying to desperately poke that ball loose.
Corbrook has 3. Kesty has 4. And the free throw by Colander now makes it a 13-point game with under 90 seconds to go. 1:28 to go. Chad Colander. Rebound to Kesty. Eggerson down to Eden Prairie. 1:21 to go in the game. Corbrook up the gut. Outside Farm. High for Eggerson for 3. Too hard. Underneath it, pulled off by Chad Colander. Broken up on the way out by Kenyon. Up for grabs, and Eggerson's there for Eden Prairie. 1:04 to go. 3-pointer, yes! For Bill Corbrook.
Bill Corbrook for 3.
A big bucket, but under a minute to go. It's still a 10-point spread. Now Holland.
Randall again, amazingly dribbling through traffic.
Iserman from the corner.
That's not the shot you want when you're up 10 with under a minute to play.
Corbrook guns it down for Eggerson. 3 points. Yes! Oh, and now it's a 7-point game with 35 seconds to go. And Keith Erickson, I'm sure, wishing he could have had that little run a minute ago. We'll be back with the finale in just a moment.
Tomorrow afternoon semifinals, those tickets go on sale immediately following this game in the Civic Center ticket office in the main concourse.
That's the report from our first quarterfinal game in AA. Owatonna with a 7-point lead, 35 seconds to play in the game. And they'll pass it in against pressure from Eden Prairie.
Comes into Mark Randall. Long for Holland. 12-point game.
Matt Holland.
46-37 now. 9-point game, pardon me. Here's Agramson for 3, but no. Underneath Farm to the rebound with 15 seconds left. And Owatonna will take over.
I got on Iserman a little earlier for taking a bad shot, but he's thinking, hey, we're up 10 with a minute to play. No way are we going to lose. It really wasn't that bad a shot with this big a lead. If it had been 5, then it would have been a little bigger mistake. But now it's a foul, and Owatonna will go to the line with this game in hand. A 9-point lead, 12 seconds to play. There's the nice speed ahead from Randall, who's the leading assist man for Owatonna, and Matt Holland lays it in. Colander will be shooting. You know, it's a tribute to Colander that at 6'8", they don't mind the ball in his hands with time or with the situation critical and free throws to follow. Evidently good foul shooter. We know he can catch the ball well and pass. We've seen that.
8 seconds to go. Three-pointer misses from long range by Forbrook. And Owatonna will hang on and head into the semifinal game here in 5 seconds. Controlling the tempo most of the game, assisted by 3 three-pointers against here by Eden Prairie. The Eden Prairie Eagles came back, but closed it to make it interesting, but it winds up 46-37. The Owatonna Indians, who are here for the first time since 1924, are going to the semifinal of the Minnesota High School basketball tournament. So, one game gone. We'll be going back over to Williams Arena in a moment, but the Owatonna Indians have now won 22 consecutive games. Mentioned at the start, they lost their opener to Austin and have won everything since. So it's been a big game and into the semis for the Owatonna Indians. Let's take a look now at our player of the game, and there he is, Chad Colander of Owatonna. Colander winding up with 15 points. He had 3 of them in the final period. Chad Colander is our player of the game, brought to you by the Minnesota Dairy Promotion Council, American Dairy Association. Chad Colander will receive a handsome certificate, and Owatonna High School will also receive a donation to its athletic fund on behalf of Minnesota's dairy farmers. Owatonna had this one just about from the open, as it turned out, Jim, and dominated most ends of the game.
In Dairy Farm Country, they've got to love this game because Owatonna could have been jittery. Although they've got a very seasoned team and a good one, you come in with a lot of town pressure after not having been to the tournament since 1924. It could be a little bit of a scary feeling, but they dominated from the start. Eden Prairie did not shoot well, but that's a tribute to Owatonna as well.
Eden Prairie this year has held its opponents to an average of only 48 points a game. The irony is it only took 46 to win it today. The Owatonna Indians 46, the Eden Prairie Eagles 37 is our final, and we'll return to the 1989 Minnesota High School basketball tournament following station identification. 46-37, the Owatonna Indians, our final score as we open the Class AA tilt here at the St. Paul Civic Center, along with Jim Gilliland. This is Doug McLeod, and an interesting game in a way because we saw Eden Prairie, which came in here with a very solid team and a very solid season behind it. Basically, Owatonna took control very early, as we mentioned before going back, and the big guys really played a key part.
Well, Chad Colander had the 15 points. He made our player of the game, and now we see that he even outdid that on the board. He had 17 rebounds, and I'm sure he had a half a dozen blocks, if not that many. He had at least 5. A very well-played ball game for Owatonna. We said before the game that the winner of that first game would probably be favored to go to the finals, and that's no slight on Stillwater and Hibbing coming up. It's just that these two teams have had such presence all year. They've been rated near the top of the state polls all year, and Owatonna showed us tonight that they have every reason to accept that role graciously and to move into the upper bracket as the favorite to go to the championship on Saturday night.
Colander led the way in scoring for Owatonna with 15. Iserman had 11 and Holland 10. Very balanced scoring on the Eden Prairie side. 11 for Forbrook and 12 for Agramson, 9 for Kesty along the way. It's been a long wait for the Owatonna Indians, but they're going to make it at least to the semi. The final score in our opening Class AA quarterfinal game today, Owatonna 46, Eden Prairie 37. We'll be back to state tournament coverage. Coming up later on this afternoon here at the St. Paul Civic Center, our second AA semi of the day, the Stillwater Ponies at 17-7 against the Hibbing Blue Jackets, who swing in from Region 7 AA at 21-2. So our first semifinal bracket team will be the Owatonna Indians. Now let's head back over to Williams Arena for the Class A quarterfinal, the Pipestone Arrows and the Warren Ponies. And here's Perry and Janet.